Hello everyone, Randall Taussig, Blue Core Leadership. Welcome to another leadership lesson from the cockpit. Today in the cockpit I'll be with my brother when we were in a much warmer weather in the Arizona and Texas area, and we talked about this very important subject of when we gain, we give. And I've learned this from my clients, entrepreneurs who when they have successful businesses, they find a way to give back. In the aviation community, we do this quite a bit. It happened more recently with some of the hurricanes in Florida and in North Carolina. We gain, we give, and it's a great feeling. Something that I think is important to keep in front of us. I hope you join us in the cockpit. See you soon. All right, welcome back to the cockpit. We are on our way to Albuquerque, and then we're going to Phoenix in Drew's airplane, a nice Cessna 182 that he absolutely loves. Want to go back to the whole idea of when we gain, we give back. And the aviation community is a great example of that. There are tons of people in aviation that give their time, give their talent back to the community. And an example I wanted to talk about is something that you just did, Drew, and you had a great experience. This program called Young Eagles. You want to talk a little bit about it?
Yeah, Young Eagles, it's a program from Experimental Aircraft Association, EAA, and it's for kids age 8 to 17. And the idea is basically to introduce them to aviation and, basically provide some discovery flights for them, show them how to fly, some basics of flying, and just get them interested. And the idea basically is that, you're encouraging the next generation to become pilots.
Yeah, and so you did this, and you did this recently where they were down a few pilots, and they asked you to do this sooner than you thought. So you went to where, and how many kids did you take up?
In this particular case, the whole program was for 3 airplanes, 82 kids.
Wow, 82 kids,
yeah, 82
3
kids.
Pretty
Pretty unusual.
Oh,
a lot
goodness.
of interest in flying.
So how many trips did you do?
So I did about 7 or 8 trips, and I was full every time. So I think 18 to 20 kids I flew.
Wow, and you took these kids for a little discovery flight.
Yeah, and I'm hoping that when I fly these kids, that I will see them down the road actually getting their license and pursuing potentially a career in aviation.
That's great. So it's that opportunity. You don't know what kind of impact you had on those kids, and you enjoyed it too. And I think you enjoyed it because you're sharing something you love.
Yeah,
that's incredible.
I mean, a commercial plane.
That's something they're going to remember their whole life. And so there's an example of giving back, and you loved it. So it's sort of we gain, and we've gained as pilots. We've gained a lot to. In our life to be able to have the opportunity to fly, and then there you are giving back, and there's a great example. And what you told me is that you just want to do more and more of that. That's awesome, Drew. That's really awesome. So I'm going to you got me inspired to do a little bit of that as well. We also had this recent Hurricane Helene that really devastated Florida and the Carolinas. And as pilots, we can do a lot. My partner, Gabe Muller, has organized people from Northern Virginia to go down to Asheville, North Carolina, and to be able to bring supplies and help people there because they are completely trapped. There are roads that are completely closed. They have no communication to the outside world. And there's an example where we can just organize and get things done very quickly. There are also things in our aviation, things like pilots and paws, where we take animals that would be destroyed perhaps in an area that there's no demand for them, and then connect them with areas where you have owners that want them, right? That's a beautiful thing that some of us have done. Or angel flights where you're getting someone, a lot of times it's children, not always, from a rural area to a hospital that is too far to drive, and that we fly them there so they can get their medical services, surgery, and things like that. Isn't that awesome, the things that we can do in aviation? But we also can translate that to our businesses. And what I have found is over the last decade or so, I think businesses are becoming much more aware of how they can give back to their communities. And you were telling me a little bit about what your company does. Share that with us.
Yeah. Well, actually, coincidentally, the program is called SHARE. And the idea basically is not only donating to various charities, but actually donating your, not donating just funds or money, but donating your time and, working with the community.
Yeah, and so it gets the employees revved up because there's resources that are going towards it, and the company supports that in a sense that not only the maybe resources of funds, but also the resources of time, right?
Yeah, encouraging that too.
Yeah, encouraging on. Yeah, I get it. So, this is where we talk about if we get our organizations, our businesses to be strong, to be profitable, to be able to all do that for all good reasons in business, we also set ourselves up where we can be more generous to community and people in need. And that is something that I think is critical as we are building our businesses and we're looking to having these businesses be successful. Success can be shared. So as we gain, we give back. Well, that's some good conversation. And I think there's a few takeaways that we have from here. First of all, as we continue to build a profitable, successful business, that gives us an ability to provide value in a broader way. And really what that leads to is that when we gain, as we get more profits, we have the ability from a resource standpoint to give back. And ironically, when we give, we gain. So the opposite happens. When we just give to our communities, we gain a lot of energy, we gain a lot from that. So it's this cycle that really continues to build on itself. So that is really what we're taking away today. See you later. Thanks for joining us.
Charlie Delta, left turn near discretion, Alpha to the ramp, my frequency. Have a great night.
Okay, left turn here, Alpha to the ramp will stay with you. You have a good night as well. Thanks.